Nice.
I didn't have anything targeted at the time, so I couldn't tell. So what is search and search? Which I assume is pulse. Search PDV. I have no idea what that is.
No idea.
Oh, okay. I see what it is. So this is no longer the F4J. You know, we're into more modern radars, so the PD still gives a range. But there's also PDV if you want velocity for some reason.
I think it... Oh, let's say Mike said that was vertical.
Oh, I guess that could be it, but it's in... The unit is in velocity. So, like...
I don't know.
I see no indication that this is a vertical scan. It has not narrowed my FOV at all. FOV? Arc? I don't know. I don't know. Too tired for proper terminology right now.
Yeah. Emission cone.
ACM BSD PDV? What the fuck? Foresight PDV, I guess? Foresight PD? Foresight Twiz? What the heck is ACM then?
Air combat mode.
The enemy is burned.
Well, yeah, but these are all ACM modes, so what is the one called ACM? Is it just pulse?
Who knows?
Does it have ground clutter? It seems like it does. No, okay, we do have vertical scan.
Nice.
It's a completely different thing than PDV. You can have vertical scan PDV. Wait, but this has... That's it. This one has range. Well, because it goes to a pulse output track. Okay. I'm not entirely sure what the purpose of PDV is, but someone wants to enlighten me on that.
I'll have a look once I'm done seeing how many HE salvos from Arizona it takes to Hullbreak the Ogaland.
Oh, okay, so that is actually... They did do that properly. Quiz does narrow your scan. As it should.
Oh, yeah.
The lock range is effectively yes.
Yeah.
Chance of you picking up anything outside of lock range is basically 0. Oh, he's notching, you know.
This flash is.
So it automatically does a twist track, and then you just select the priority target, that I'm guessing? We still don't have stabilized radars somehow.
Oh, Opti.
Come on, Gaijin, is not a priority for you?
So Trick mentioned that it seems that you can move your naval guns faster than they should be able to if you jiggle the camera around quickly around the cursor, which is exactly how the tank stabilizers work.
Yeah, so I was gonna ask, is that stabilizer mechanics?
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's stabilizer mechanics.
Yeah, how would you tell if they've stabilized naval cannon? Because that seems to be what they've done.
What? I mean, are people surprised? This is what they've done for, like, a few years now?
Well, no, it's like they've changed something, so like either the guns or the sight or something is now acting like an MBT stab.
That just means that the stabilization box is a little larger now.
Okay.
Other than that, or it's actually smaller, one of the two. Either case,
but the guns are more responsive and a lot snappier.
Yeah. I mean, that's just because of the way stabilizers work. There's really no way about that because the stabilizer is necessary for the fire control to work.
Right.
If we don't have that, then we don't have We don't have fire control.
Well, it's not like we have proper fire control anyway.
But we don't have the ability to reliably point the guns where we want them, basically.
Yeah, no, I have an even bigger problem with this reticle than it currently lacking any kind of lead.
You have the ability to point your guns where you want them reliably?
Yes.
Makes one of us.
I mean, that's
Also,
one of the actual functional facets of it.
By the way, it seems Battleship Hullbreak is high enough that I am just sinking this Helgoland before I Hullbreak it with Arizona's HE. Is that 11?
Are you using Arizona or?
But that's
Using
also
Arizona,
with
yes.
no Damicon, right?
Yeah. But,
Yeah, better to try with the player.
yeah. I'll just tell you how many shells I have left. And the reload thing shows up and I can actually reliably read it. I think that's 1122, and I had just fired a half salvo that did nothing because it sank before the half salvo got there, so that would be 1128. I think I started with 1200 shells. So 72 shells to sink it.
Oh wait, was that work? Ready to shoot down the other one? No.
Oh, yeah. They have definitely done something funky with the guns, because that reticle just went zip. Like it was a 50 cal on a pintle mount, not a 14-inch turret.
You know what I find comedic is some people seem to be under the impression that this flight model is final.
That's common.
Would it surprise you if it was?
I mean,
Yes.
honestly, yeah, because they had a similar situation with the Phantom C when it first got added, where it had a fucking meme flight model on Dev 1, and then Dev 2 it came out as a brick, and the disparity there was, I guess, quite evident. Right? People thought that the Phantom C would come out as what they initially released on Dev 1 as, and then no, it didn't.
Yeah, with an indestructible flight model. Or
The fucking
indestructible damage model.
take off into space from runway and just fucking rocket up flight model. But yeah, like it's entirely, I guess I would argue that looking at the fact that thrust curve is what it is, and the floatiness of the flight model, that this is not realistic, and consequently, this is also not going to be the final product, either through the hand of user-based reports or just through the hand of the developers, you know, being somewhat observant.
I think I need someone to actually maneuver to be able to tell if this is actually attempting to be a proper gun sight.
Okay, I can confirm HE damage has been nerfed substantially.
Okay, never mind. I found my answer. It is not. Well, it's odd, because it's very much not giving me the correct point of aim, but when I fly past it, the reticle is going off into nowhere, so I'm kind of confused.
I low-key kind of want the F-14 to get released in a broken state, if I'm being totally honest.
Broken, like, overpowered, or broken, like...
Yes, this current flight, purely because there's a significant amount of counter hate jerking right now on the F-14, and I'd love to see that mauled, because it is comedic. The Werebu victim complex and the Slavobu victim complex is fucking real these days. They are definitely playing the victim more frequently than I'm comfortable with, and normally I wouldn't dare support any of the big three. I think they're all the fucking same and all deplorable. So if I had the alternative, I would pick some obscure ass nation like Sweden or Israel or China to cuck the big three, right? But you know what? It'd be kind of funny to still see them all on the forums. And
I figured out what it is, though, optical. So it has stall, but you're very unlikely to experience it.
Oh yeah. Oh, I thought we covered that already. You did mention.
Well, no. I mean, beyond it taking forever to stall. When it's recovering from the stall, it takes so long to pitch back down that you usually have enough speed by the time you're doing that to be back in the controlled flight.
Hoppity.
Yeah, so
So fat, it takes so long to flip over.
It definitely seems that sap is still king when it comes to this Hullbreak mechanic.
Oh yeah, for sure, because it double dips.
Yeah. Even though they've supposedly done something to reduce sap's ridiculousness.
They have not. If they have, I have not seen it.
Hmm.
That's one way to describe it.
There's some mention about frag or something. Or death cones, one of the two.
I'll check the geometry and I'll check the count portion, but I have not observed anything that would indicate as such.
I will say that a single CPC shell from Hood broke this hipper. And I've now fired 50, 60 shells at it from Arizona's HE, and it's still afloat.
Okay, let's take a look at the 2.16.0.19. I know the Japanese sap like the back of my hand, so let's go with that. Count portion on live is 0.03. It's 0.03 on dev. Fragmentation is spherical. It's spherical. Radius scaling is the same. Actually, it might be better. Count portion is... Oh! That's what they... That's really strange. Okay. Do you know where it's most influential?
I don't.
From 0 to 30, you get 30% of the fragments.
Oh.
From 30 to 180, you get 70% of the fragments.
Okay, so basically they've decided that the frag goes sideways.
I'm just wondering what that is in terms of frag concentration. So on a per degree basis, right?
The enemy ship sank.
Okay, I Hullbreak it
30%.
finally. 78 shells.
What you have is actually... Okay, so this is actually a little bit more realistic. It's progress.
Good.
Right? Because we have 1% of fragmentation per degree in the frontal 30-degree cone, right?
And then it's 70% over 150 degrees.
150. Yeah.
So it's half. Less than half.
It's less than half, yeah.
Yeah.
0.47. Yeah, 0.47 per degree on the aft. That's really
you want some
better.
more? You want some more progress?
What?
Film can survive a salvo of HE from Arizona.
Interesting. Also, what's this? I'm gonna ask Film Mets if he has any idea.
What is what?
Ooh. I just exploded some auxiliary ammo or something and the ship is still alive. Okay, yeah, I'm liking what they've done with HE. It's now no longer just delete the entire hull on contact. It's, very much more specialized.
I'm just wondering what they mean by aggregate damage equals true.
Oh, that's the Hullbreak hit bar, I would imagine. The health point bar.
I don't think so.
Well, if it's aggregate damage, that would imply that every shell would add to the damage dealt in that.
It's about the fragmentation of the shell itself. So
Yeah,
this is
okay,
under the real
so-
shatters parameter. Real shatters is the explosive fragmentation properties, right? And
Maybe
it
means that the frag
defines
will
the
stack.
percentage count of fragmentation and the geometry and its properties like frag pen, radius, and fire chance and multipliers.
Okay,
So it's in that section, right? It's under the front 30 degrees has that particular line as well, in addition, where the aft 70 or aft 150 don't, right? Which I guess is actually a pretty big cone because that's 30 and then 30 teeth. So it's a 60 degree cone.
Yeah.
And then a 270 aft. Or no, sorry, 300 aft. Why am I talking about 270? I can't count. It's a 300 degree cone aft that is a lot less functional. That is honestly, I don't mind that. Honestly, I think that was a good change. I also kind of want to sit down with Mike one day and just like discuss naval. Just
explain to him how
Get him
ships
to
work.
understand mechanics or what?
Yeah, just a little bit, just so that I can sort of clear out some of the strange sort of
the nonsense he comes out with.
Misconceptions that he and many others have.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how to bring this up with him and how to, you know.
Politely.
How he's
also,
like,
we're
well,
not
homogenous armor
that
is better than
close, right?
face hardened.
Done.
We're not that close, so establishing that sort of line of communication, I think, is a bit more difficult as well, because I don't know his schedule, and we don't hang out, outside of the stream stuff and the
Well,
occasional
he's in
discussions.
Europe, right? So obvious time zone differences.
Oh, even that, right? Like,
yeah, they have definitely done something to ship gun stabs.
Which
The
is
enemy ship sank.
You know the thing where if you kill the engine, the stabilizer on a tank will still power the turret at maximum speed if you're careful to keep it in the box?
sorry, what? Can you repeat what you said?
If you kill an engine on a tank and the APU or the battery bleeds down, you're stuck with the hand crank speed. But if you move the gun within the stabilizer lockbox, it moves at maximum speed.
Yes. Well, it moves it faster than maximum because it's a locked to
Yeah,
position
it
speed.
moves at ridiculous speed.
Yes.
Done.
I'm presently able to move Arizona's gun turrets faster than Beaufort's
Funny.
Whack.
by
Okay,
doing
so-
that stabilizer box.
It would be an infrastructural change because the actual code for it